Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope that you were able to get out in nature somewhere, take a hike, and I don't mean that in a bad way, or go to a park, a bike trail, you know. So anyway, I want to reach out to all of you and see how you're doing. I hope you're doing good. And I know in my area it's been beautiful weather, and it's kind of funny. I made a video the other day. Was called "Yeah, but," and it's funny. I look at my phone, and I do this just so I kind of can plan my day to see what the weather is like. And it is so funny where, throughout the week, and this is the way it was last week, is, it kind of showed like possible chance of rain throughout the whole week. And I just can just hear everybody out there in my area like, ah, you know. So anyway, I hope you have beautiful weather. And if, like today, I'm not sure, it might have been 80 something today in my area, so that's my kind of weather. And if you have that kind of weather, make sure you're getting plenty to drink, you know, um, especially if you plan on hiking or anything like that. And Starlight always has a cooler in her car, I always bring extra water just in case somebody else needs some water, and that way they can have cold water. So besides doing that is make sure you're really taking good care of yourself, be kind to yourself and others. And anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, you can find me, and that is at Starlight, and that's Kathy with a K, Dingman. Plus, you can like my videos, and you can share it with a friend, family, or even your cat, dog. Um, anybody that you know that could use these videos. Somebody definitely will be able to use these videos, one or the other. And also, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to push that notification bell. You can always leave a message down below. You can reach out to me, say hello, or, you can follow me on Instagram. And that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So those are three ways, you can get in contact with me. And anyway, this video is about people that might be too busy. I've heard this in the past with other people. You know, um, it is kind of funny how sometimes is a great excuse. Sometimes people might not be so busy, but maybe they are busy. What are you busy doing is the question. Where is all your time going throughout your day? Like what time do you wake up to what time do you go to work, and if you got a family, yeah, you definitely could be busy if you're the parent that's staying with the kids, so some people they are too busy, you know, and I've heard this, like I said, throughout my life. I do know some people, and they're like, oh, we haven't seen this person, and they're so busy, you know, and busy can be a good thing, and it can be a negative thing, depending on what you're busy doing, So what are you too busy, doing? What's occupying your time? And I know in my area, because it's summer, so there's not football going on, I have to pick on, and it's men and women these days. It's not just men, but the guys did get the girls to get into the football, though, right? So, now it's not winter time, where the football, I'm not sure when it all starts, with football. And I used to be around that before in my lifetime, and I don't miss it really. I did a whole winter months, and I did sit down and watch it for a whole winter when it started all the way up until the last day. So I did. I learned a lot about football, and there's some people, they say, I'm busy, and then you find out maybe they're watching football, where they have it as an excuse for everything. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that because I am too busy. I'm too busy. What are you too busy doing? I like being busy, really, but what is Starlight doing? Why is Starlight busy? And I'm not as, I was busier before, when I had my cleaning business than I am now, but I really prefer to be active all day long, doing something, and on a positive note, you know, Starlight's not busy sitting on the couch watching, soap operas. Absolutely not. Starlight didn't like them when I was a kid. I absolutely wouldn't like them now. I am not too busy, like, I don't know, what am I too busy? I have some free time in my days, and that is great. That free time I have for myself. I actually have time, more time for myself now than I did before. So I love how things are going right now, and I'm looking for more to do. It's kind of funny. Before I was having a sleep problem, and so at that point I was like, because I had a hard time waking up in the morning. I would set my alarm clock, but ugh, so what are you too busy? Sometimes people say, their family might want them to hang out with them, and then they're like, I'm too busy, you know, um, especially if hopefully you're not too busy when you have a wife and children or a husband and like, I'm too busy to spend time with my husband or I'm too busy to spend time with my wife. You know, um, I've seen this in the past and this does happen. It could happen to men or women, but maybe more men than, women, is that I've had where men, if things were not going great with the relationship, they would go and get more hours, so they were too busy to spend time with their family. Ouch. Ooh, I'm gonna go get more hours, like and then they're like, oh, we could use more money. Well, where's the money going, so there's that. Sometimes people will use that as an excuse, where, I'm too busy working. I'm working 12-hour shifts. I don't, and you might be right. You might be too busy. 12-hour shifts a day, I did know a person like that, 6 days, doing 12-hour shifts. He was really liking the money that he was getting, and then if you did the overtime, then you would get a lot more money. But, you know, um, how are you going to get involved with anybody? This guy was looking to like go with somebody, and where he was so impressed with, look at me, I'm a good father, and and his kids were all grown up, but he was trying to impress, like to and say, hey, look at all the hours I'm doing, like look at I'm making a lot of money, I'm working, and working is a good thing. It is good to get out and work, instead of not going anywhere and being lazy and, where there's people, um, you know, I've been surrounded by this my whole life, where they get government money one way or another, whether they're disabled or not. And there's a lot of people that I knew that claim that they were disabled, but then I'm like, you're out there making money, aren't you? It is kind of funny where, I could be disabled. I could go to the government. I could say before I could definitely say I had reasons, you know, why I could get free money, get Social Security or whatever, for disability, where I could get a paycheck every day, not every day, boy, wouldn't that be great, every month and, like maybe 1,000, maybe more, within government money, because I did get in a car accident and my doctor and my therapist was afraid that I would get in a car accident again, so hey, where was I? I was still driving my car, and it was a possible chance that could happen again to me. where I could, get in a car accident again, you know, which, so some people, they do have certain things that the doctor says that, it's not wise for them to drive a car, or they can't drive a car because like seizures and stuff like that. So, where, I've seen many people that have disabilities, but they were able to go out and still get a job and make money working, you know. So what are you too busy doing? Are you too busy maybe with your friends, like, hey, I'm having so much fun with my friends, or, some people are too busy where they're doing work and they're going to college for a degree or something like that, but then they don't have time for themselves. It's so important to, make time for yourself. Make sure, you get alone with yourself, whether you're married or not. Find some time that you can get, where you can get out in the woods and go hiking. Maybe you're putting too many hours in, and that could cause a lot of stress for your body and mentally and all that stuff, physically and mentally, you know. And really, the universe doesn't want you to work 24/7. I know when, ooh, I'm sorry, I just cleaned up and I feel like I got water in my ear. Ooh, it tickles. Um, I know when I had my cleaning job, when I had my own cleaning business, I would wake up 4 o'clock in the morning at that point, and it gave me time in the morning, and I didn't have to be at their house at 10 o'clock. It took 20 minutes to drive, and once Starlight was done with work, she was out somewhere, getting out in nature somewhere. So it is really important to make sure that you do, like find some time to, like get along with yourself. Maybe, just maybe, you might have to cut back on some hours at work. Do you really need to work those many hours? Why, like, is there a reason that you need, that extra money? Maybe you do have a family, or, there's sometimes that people might not be at the right job, where they have to put in that triple hours, like to just make ends meet, So being busy, like I said, could be either a negative or a positive thing. And, I am working on myself. Like today, I spent so long out in the park, like meditating, and I actually did I gotta think, a Kundalini. I hope I said that right, a Kundalini. I don't know how to word it. Guided meditation, and I was like, wow, that just like every single chakra all the way up through. I could just feel the energy pulling up through. At least that was the meditation I was working on. It was like, wow, that was amazing. I was like, ooh, my body was like feeling really funky out in the park. All my chakras were getting opened, and because I love myself and I'm working on myself, and I know by doing these certain meditations will help me, out. And I'm telling you, if you have not tried, meditation, like guided meditations, to open up your chakras, you'd be surprised on how great you will feel during, like opening up your chakras. And, you need to balance them out, open them up, and open them, so then they can work fine. Sometimes they might be blocked, and, so it is so important to take some time out. Guided meditation is so important. I'm telling you. That's why I've actually added more time to mine, like instead of I started off with like a half hour in the morning to like 45 minutes to an hour to now like an hour and a half every morning. And then later on at night, I don't do that much because my battery starts running out, So I have to still work on that though, is to, oh, sorry, uh, start working on my guided meditations earlier. And some habits I have to break in my life. But sometimes, people are too busy, what are you too busy doing? Some people are really into hunting. Hunting really can take a lot of people's time, and Starlight used to go out hunting. I have my hunting license. Yeah, I do know how to shoot a gun. I love to shoot a gun. But, now I am a vegan. I have a vegan diet. That means, if you don't know what that is I don't eat meat anymore. I do not want to eat animals. So, to let you know that the animals do have feelings, just like you do and I do. I've seen many dogs when, near the time of their death that they were not feeling so good. And it is so sad. And really, would you eat your dog or your cat? Not, I thought about that before, but it was just a joke. We were homeless at the point, and I made a joke about our dogs. We had two dogs, and I thought, hey, we ought to fatten these boys up. These dogs. Actually, one was a girl and one was a boy, but I was not going to really eat them. So I am not really a fan of going out and killing animals anymore. The only reason I wanted to is because I always had this funky feeling that I would be living out in the middle of nowhere, out on the land, and I thought it would be great to learn how to hunt, to have food, But Starlight does not want to eat animals anymore. So sometimes it's what happens to people, though. They get so busy in hunting, they have this killing thing, and it ends up turning to be more like a sport. They're that hunger of bragging to their friends about, oh yeah, look at this, I shot this, and then they take pictures, and so even to the point where they will bring them somewhere where they can get like the deer, um, like a deer to a buck to get it stuffed, and then they can put it on their living room wall or their basement wall or wherever they hang the deer heads at. So Starlight totally changed on that whole thing about hunting for deers and animals, or duck season, and you name it season, any reason to kill an animal. There are people out there that it's a sport to them, and so sometimes that sport overtakes their life, where it can ruin their relationships with their women. Maybe they're not really being there for their kids, because where are they? They're out hunting, out in the woods for hours. They start out like at what? They might set their alarm clock like at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, to get ready, depending on what they're hunting and where they're traveling. If they got to go on the road, you know. So that's where some people's time is, to go out and to kill that animal. Or, some people are out, because they want to go out and have fun and, like go out and party, go out and drink, go at a bar and go dance and pick up women, pick up guys, because girls do the same thing. They will go to dance places. But, and I love to dance and stuff like that. But, now I actually listen to different kind of music now. And, so I do miss going out dancing. I do love dancing to Michael Jackson. So that's great music. So are you too busy to be alone with yourself? Are you too busy, doing all these other things out in the world and really not taking care of you? How about are you working out? Like, are you doing some kind of, like with women, women can do all kinds of different, like I do yoga. I did that today, now I'm doing an hour. It's not as easy to find like a 60-minute yoga practice, especially hatha, you know. So I did a beautiful hatha yoga in the same park where I did meditation today, and I love it. I really do. And guys, it's great. Like if you're going out to the gym and working out on your muscles, it goes. Starlight does like muscles on men, not too much muscles though. Um, sometimes men actually have really huge muscles. I like feeling them, really. It's like, ooh, let me feel that muscle. uh, um, so it's great to, but I do understand women are just not after the muscle, guys. They really prefer that you work on yourself. And I know, guys, I know, you love to see beautiful women and stuff like that, but I know there's other things that you want in her too, not just her looks or her body. I hope, right? So it is important that you find time, like, hey, go out for a hike. Sometimes you might have to, like, tell your boss, hey, you know what, I really need to work on myself. Go on vacation. When's the last time you've been on vacation? You just got done with vacation. Well, good, good. I'm so glad that you were able to go out. And what did you do on your vacation? I hope you spent some time with yourself. Get out, travel. Go out and see different places. Starlight will be doing that very soon. I really do. There's some places I've wanted to travel to. One on a spiritual note is India. I've had such a thing about India. I watched a movie a while back. I can't remember the title, but even if I can remember the actress' name, but it was something like Live, Laugh, and Love or something. But that was a very spiritual movie, and I love the actress. I love her, but I can't remember her name. But and I don't even know if I got the title right. Right, you might know what I'm talking about, man. But that was I cried throughout that movie. I really did. I am like an emotional chick here, and I have to say I did. I cried. I was going through something around that time, and I watched that movie. It's like, oh my, what a tearjerker movie that was. Guys probably wouldn't cry to that stuff, but maybe other women have. I do get sensitive on certain things. And so anyway, hey, work on yourself. Try to learn about guided meditations or yoga. Huh. I'm telling you, sometimes I feel like a pretzel, I'm trying to find a new spot where it's a little shady, and that's what I did today is the same park but in a shadier area. And, I really do. I encourage you to work on your body. You'd be amazed. There was things that I was doing with yoga in the beginning that I thought there was something wrong with my body. I got checked out by the doctors, and no, that's how yoga is, okay, and so I got the okay to keep doing it, and I did. I pushed myself every day. I was very faithful every day. Worked out first a little bit, maybe 15 minutes of yoga. Then, before I knew it, I was doing a half hour, and then before I knew it, it was 45 minutes, and now I'm all the way up to an hour. Depending on what workout you're doing. Wow, I'm so hot right now. I really would like to. Oh, man. But it's because I don't have my AC on right now. But I do have some water. I'm going to have some water. Don't mind me. I have to. That is why I have it handy, because I get really warm doing these videos, because I will have the fan on after I get done. But I really love you a lot, and I wish you all lived so close to me. I would meet you in a park and say, hey, let's get to know each other, and let's work on these things together. You might have something to help me out with. Like Starlight likes to work out. I've never gone to a gym, though, I have to say. I used to work out in my own apartment, like dancing kind of workout. So my legs are really good. I do notice, I've always gotten really good compliments on my legs, because I do. I have the dancer legs. I love to jog, and yoga has strengthened up my legs. So, boy, I do. I wish there was more people living in my area, on my Facebook, on YouTube. It's like, come on, let's go meet at this park. Go get some yoga mats, get some yoga blocks, get a yoga strap, get a folding chair, meet me out at this park. Let's, get to know each other, and let's be like a family like we're supposed to be, and let's work on ourselves together. and improve our lives, mentally and emotionally and physically. Get out in Mother Nature. Get out, like, go take a hike. I'm telling you. I just went for a hike close by because I needed to check out some plants, some May apples, yum yum. So they are so close. I got to wait until they get yellow. And I have not had one since I was a kid. I've never been able to find them, that will produce fruit, and they are so yummy. And, or go swimming somewhere. Starlight loves to swim, and so I'm trying to keep myself balanced, do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. Go out, take a vacation somewhere, bring your family. Yeah, your wife and your husband and your kids, bring them with you. Your dog, maybe, I don't know. You want to bring your dog with you, or you want to get a dog sitter? Might be best they get stressed out, all that driving around. And what are you going to do in a hotel? Do they even let you have dogs in hotels? So, yeah, I really love you so much. I really just want you to take better care of yourself. Make sure you have time with yourself. You don't want to work your whole life away and then you don't have a life, and then what are you going to tell your grandkids later on? Yeah, hey, I worked my whole life. That's all I did. I just worked. You want to be able to give them something, not just, money because you worked, but, like teach them something, like say, hey, yeah, Grandpa, of course you might not, be that old, and I'm a grandma, so I'm not old. Um, Grandmas are, I was really young when I was a grandma. People couldn't believe you're a grandma? Oh, yeah, I know. When I was a kid, grandmas actually looked like grandmas, not these days anymore, you know. So anyway, this is a short video. Yeah, imagine that, Starlight. So, yeah, it's just that you don't want to be too busy, and especially if you're doing the wrong things, um, think about the kind of stuff, why you're too busy or why you feel like you're, maybe you might need to cut back on hours at work, you know. Spend time with your family. Your kids really need you, whether you're a guy or a girl or whatever. And even if you haven't seen your kids in a long time, try to really work on that, because your kids are going to remember that. They're going to, think about that throughout their years when they get older. And, I know there's a lot of split up families these days more than ever, so, really take the time out to really get to know your kids, get to know what they like. Maybe you can go and take a hiking trip where they would like to go, or, a vacation where, hey, the kids would love to go out, maybe there's a beautiful hiking place, and most of I have never paid to take a hiking trip, just to go out and for a hike for the day, so really it's free. You don't always have to spend a lot of money on your kids. Kids like to go out hiking. They love getting out. Bringing over to some waterfalls or a stream of water. Starlight loves water. I'm a big water fan when I go out hiking. It's just not the same for me if I go out and there's no water to go to. I'm like, well, it was a beautiful hike, but I really miss the water. I love hearing water, whether it's a waterfall or a stream of water, or lakes or ponds, So anyway, I do love you. This is a miracle. This is the shortest video I think I might have on YouTube. So anyway, I do love you all, and no matter where you came from, no matter if you're a guy or girl or whoever you are, no matter what country you came from, I love you. And you can give this video a thumbs up, you can share it with a friend, or family, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can ring the notification, you can leave a message down below. You can also follow me at Instagram, and that's at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Demon Starlight. So anyway, I do love all of you. This is Starlight. Love and light.